Betrayal's Echo, the Lyntell Washington murder, explores the harrowing consequences of secrets, lies, and the ultimate betrayal that shattered the lives of those left in the wake of Lindell's untimely death. Welcome to Deadly Men, the channel that unveils the intricate world of true crime. Today, we delve into the chilling and tragic story of Lyntell Washington, a woman whose life took a dark turn on a Thursday evening, leaving a community in shock. Born in the heart of Louisiana in 1975, Lyndell's childhood was painted with the vibrant hues of Cajun culture. Raised by a mechanic father and a schoolteacher mother, she developed a passion for education and an unwavering commitment to her dreams. In the heart of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a tight-knit community would be forever changed by a web of deceit, betrayal, and a shocking act of violence. This is the true crime story of Lyntell Washington, a beloved 40-year-old woman who became the victim of a heinous crime that would unravel the dark secrets lurking beneath the surface of her seemingly ordinary life. On a fateful Thursday, Lyntell Washington, a dedicated teacher and loving mother, went missing under mysterious circumstances. The discovery of her abandoned car, soaked in blood, and her 3-year-old daughter found wandering alone in a parking lot sent shockwaves through the community. As the clock ticked, the urgency to locate Lindel intensified, unraveling a series of events that would expose the ominous truth that lay hidden within her life. Lindell's double life as a respected teacher at Brookstown Middle Magnet Academy and a woman entangled in a clandestine affair with Robert Mark, the assistant principal at the same school, became the focal point of the investigation. Born in 1975, Lindell's journey from Teacher of the Year to a victim of betrayal was a tragic descent into a world where secrets, lies, and broken promises took center stage. The revelation of her unexpected pregnancy with Mark's child would set the stage for a confrontation that would ultimately lead to her demise. Washington's true crime saga unfolds against the backdrop of her Louisiana childhood and a community rich with the cultural tapestry of bayous and southern charm. Raised by hard-working parents, Lyndell's early years were shaped by the rhythmic jazz and savory aroma of Cajun cuisine. Despite the loss of her father during adolescence, Lyndell's resilience and commitment to education grew. Excelling as a student, she aspired to become an educator, fueled by a passion kindled by the dedicated teachers who influenced her. Lyndell's journey, marked by the pursuit of dreams and a desire to make a difference, led her to the role of a beloved teacher in Baton Rouge. Little did she know that the shadows of betrayal and deceit would eventually cast a tragic pall over the Louisiana landscape she once called home, turning her story into a heartbreaking reminder of the consequences of trust betrayed. Lindell had become tangled in a web of lies. Pregnant with the child of a married man, Lindell had become apprehensive. As Lindell's due date approached, the facade of Robert Mark's seemingly perfect life crumbled. Lindell, determined to expose the truth to Mark's wife and secure the support she needed, confronted him about his lies. The confrontation took a dark turn as Lindell's fury collided with the shocking reality of Mark's deceit. Marks had told Washington that he was getting a divorce. Washington found out that Marks was not getting a divorce and, in fact, was on a cruise with his wife. This news made Washington furious. She sent text messages to Marks demanding he tell her the truth and also wanted to know if he was committed to supporting her and their child. Marks and Washington met up later that night. The next day, Lindell's 3-year-old daughter was found wandering in a parking lot. Lindell's abandoned car, covered in blood, led to an urgent search for her. Through the child's statements, investigators identified Robert Marks as a person of interest. Robert Marks had deceived Lyntell Washington. Investigators would also discover that Marks was seeing a third woman, unbeknownst to his wife and Washington. Cell phone records showed Marks and Tramika Jackson exchanged several text messages and calls on the night of Washington's disappearance. Jackson came forward to police upon seeing news reports about Washington and cooperated with investigators. Investigators said Jackson was unaware of what had happened and had no involvement in the killing or the abandonment of Washington's daughter. The night Lindell went missing unfolded in a chilling sequence of events. Phone records and eyewitness testimonies pointed to Robert Marks's involvement, leading investigators to a drainage ditch where Lindell's lifeless body was discovered, her tragic fate sealed by a single gunshot wound to the head. The unsuspecting Tramika Jackson, who was unwittingly connected to the crime, cooperated with the police, revealing the shocking details of that fateful night. She said Marks had called her the night of Washington's disappearance and asked to be picked up. The location was near the parking lot where Washington's daughter was found. Surveillance footage from the school cameras revealed Lindel leaving that day. In the footage, detectives observed the sandals Lindel had been wearing. One sandal was found at the scene where her car was discovered, while the other was on Lindel's body, confirming her and her unborn baby's tragic fate. The autopsy determined that Lindel died from a single gunshot wound to the head, and even though her baby was only 22 weeks along, the coroner believed there was a chance the baby could have survived after her mother's death. DNA analysis during the autopsy confirmed that Robert Marks was the father of Lindel's unborn child. The news of Lindel's death sent shockwaves through her family, friends, and the school community where she worked. As details of her murder and the affair with Robert emerged, it seemed almost unbelievable to those who knew them. After Lindel's body was found, detectives attempted to question Robert, but he refused to cooperate. Despite his silence, the police had enough circumstantial evidence to charge him with murder. Marks was arrested and charged with second-degree murder, feticide, and other charges. Shortly after Robert's arrest, his other mistress, Tramika Jackson, gave more critical information about his activities on the night Lindel was believed to be murdered. Tramika revealed that she, too, had been in a romantic relationship with Robert Marks while he was involved with Lindel. Tramika disclosed that on June 8, around 11:30 p.m., Robert called her to pick him up. She drove him to the location of his bike, revealing new details to investigators. Surveillance footage captured Tramika picking up Robert along Newcastle Avenue, further solidifying the evidence against him. The case against Robert Marks continued to build, with investigators believing he murdered Lindel and dumped her body in the drainage ditch due to his dissatisfaction with her pregnancy and her threats to reveal their affair. A forensic search of Robert's cell phone exposed disturbing searches related to pregnancy, firearms, and harmful substances. His iPad search history also contained inquiries about child support and legal consequences. In a riveting courtroom drama, prosecutors presented damning evidence against Robert Marks, showcasing the chilling video of Lindel's daughter recounting the night her mother was killed. Marks' defense lawyer argued that the evidence was circumstantial. He didn't call any witnesses or offer a closing argument. Despite the defense's attempt to dismiss the evidence as circumstantial, the jury deliberated for a mere 30 minutes before delivering a verdict: guilty. For the murder of Lyntell Washington and her unborn child, Robert Marks was sentenced to life in prison without parole, but the scars of Lindel's tragic story lingered on. The courtroom drama marked the end of one chapter, but Lindel's legacy endured as a chilling cautionary tale. The community grappled with the aftermath, haunted by the specter of betrayal and the profound impact of a life cut short. Lindel's absence echoed through the hallways of Brookstown Middle Magnet Academy, where she was once a beloved teacher. The void left by her absence was palpable, a strong reminder of the fragility of life and the irreversible consequences of one man's deceit. While justice was served with Mark's conviction, the scars of Lindel's tragic story extended far beyond the prison walls. The narrative of Lindel's life and death became a subject of somber reflection for those who had known her, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary, as the community struggled to reconcile the teacher they admired with the victim of a gruesome crime. Lindel's story also sparked a broader conversation about the complexities of relationships and the unseen battles individuals face behind closed doors. The case became a catalyst for awareness, prompting discussions about the signs of domestic turmoil and the importance of support networks. In Lindel's memory, advocates rallied to shine a light on the shadows where manipulation and violence lurk, determined to prevent similar tragedies from staining the fabric of their community. As the years passed, Lindel's name became synonymous with resilience. Memorials and tributes emerged, ensuring that her story would not be forgotten. The scars, though deep, served as a testament to the strength of those who survived, a reminder that, even in the face of darkness, a community could come together to heal and honor the memory of a woman whose life was extinguished too soon. Betrayal's Echo, the Lyntell Washington murder, explores the harrowing consequences of secrets, lies, and the ultimate betrayal that shattered the lives of those left in the wake of Lindel's untimely death. As we reflect on this haunting true crime tale, we are reminded that darkness can lurk behind even the most ordinary facades, leaving us to grapple with the fragility of trust and the irreversible impact of deceit. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Threads.